What is going on, CaneSport? Zuby Charles here with former University of Miami basketball player Jordan Miller. Jordan, we're back in the 305.
Yes,
Does
sir.
it feel good to be, back home where you used to play
Let me
basketball, man?
stand up with you,
Of course,
man.
of course.
Yeah, it feels good to be back. Just even getting off the plane and seeing the palm trees, the Florida palm trees. Just nice to be back and just being familiar territory. You know what I'm saying? Like I really did miss it. I didn't get a chance to come back last year, but I'm here this year and just happy to be back.
And then congratulations, you signed that full-time, contract with the Clippers. Just how special was that moment, putting pen to paper and making things official?
Yeah, it was a real moment. It's something I've been just fighting for, playing for. Last year, I spent a lot of time in the G League, and that's what my ultimate goal was: is to get off a two-way contract and on a regular contract. So happy to say I made it, but still a lot of work to be done.
And then going back and forth from the G to the NBA, what are some things that you learned, playing in the G League that you think could help you, in the big leagues pretty much?
Right. Just how to be a pro. It was a big difference, especially how many games you play in the NBA. You go from 30 to 82. So just how to be a pro and just approach every game, in the same consistent mindset.
And then last year, obviously, you did spend some time in the NBA. For you, kind of what was your welcome to the NBA moment to realize, I'm here, I'm with these guys, I'm a part of the elite?
Probably training camp. We had a couple more superstars on our team last year, but just being around the guys, it was definitely a surreal moment. You watch these guys growing up, but sharing the same court with them is crazy.
For you, what was your favorite matchup so far? Someone that you guarded that was like, all right, this is really tougher than I expected.
I don't know about tougher than I expected, but I actually got to guard Braun.
Okay.
Like 2 weeks ago, and that was crazy. That was a crazy moment. So that was exciting. Luka was there too. So just being able to guard those guys and actually be able to guard them, watch them on TV, but to be there and play them, it's great.
And then you have some legends in the making in this locker room: Kawhi, James Harden. What have you learned from guys that have been at the top of the NBA where you want to be someday?
Right. Just how to be a professional, being intentional with your work. They come in, they do what they have to do. They do it at game speed, game reps, and then they go home and do whatever they do. And obviously take care of their bodies too. So just being able to kind of mix all that stuff in and how to really be a pro is something I learned.
And then just 2 years ago, man, you were playing for the Hurricanes, led them to their first Final Four ever. Just talk about how fast or how quickly things have moved from then to now. Just how have you processed that?
Right. I felt like at one point it was just like bang, to bang, to bang, to bang, to bang. But honestly, it's hit, but it really still hasn't hit. You know what I'm saying? I haven't had really time. I'm just so focused on just improving. I haven't had time to really sit back and look at the journey. But I have my moments, and being back here, obviously, it makes me remember. But it's just been surreal, and just being able to say I experienced those things is great.
And then obviously you being back here, you can't do all the things that you did back in your time of doing. But just what are some things you miss the most about this place that you're hoping to potentially do while you're here?
Right. We're staying in Brickell, so just seeing the water over Brickell was nice. I went to my favorite restaurant, Suzusaki.
Okay.
Love that spot. And just being around campus too, right? It's just a great feel. I got to go pick up my Final Four ring today, which it was here for 2 years, but I finally got it. So to see that and actually put it on my finger is great.
And then obviously you go from Jim Larinaga to Jay Larinaga. Talk about making that transition. Was that funny to you going from Coach L to Coach L?
Yeah, I saw a spinning image like a young Coach L. But he's been great, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like a family type of feel, being passed along from one family member to the next. He loves me just as much as Coach L does, and he's been super helpful in me getting comfortable here so far.
And then obviously new era, Canes basketball, Coach Jay Lucas being named. Just what would be your advice to some of the guys that are coming to the program, how to approach things, just how to get acclimated to Miami?
Yeah, just keep getting better. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the process. College feels like you're in there for a long time, but it really goes by in a blink of an eye. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy it.
And then what would be your message to the Miami fans? I know you said you haven't had time to really process everything, but just being back here, what would you say to them about your time in Miami and how special it was for you?
Yeah, it's home away from home. I'll always be a Cane, and I just love the fan base. So it's always go Canes.
And then some fun questions to wrap it up before a game. What's the music you're bumping? What's in your playlist?
Oof, that's a good one. Lately, it's been a lot of R&B. Okay. I've kind of got away from all the hype rap. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of a settled, calm before the storm type of vibe. Okay. So Charlie Wilson, put some Drake in there a little bit.
You got
you feel me? But just smooth jams, you know what I mean?
I know you're out in LA. Kendrick's plays. Who are you going with, Drake or Kendrick, with that little rap piece that they had?
I gotta go with Drake.
Drake. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta go with Drake.
I respect that. Before a game, what's your go-to meal? What's one thing that you have to eat?
I would say some sort of protein and some sort of pasta. Okay. That's the go-to. gets me ready to go.
I know you're a talented hooper, but what are some other things that you can do that people may be surprised by?
I stretch a lot.
Okay.
I know it kind of goes hand in hand with hooping, but like I stretch and take that time to kind of like meditate in my own form and just kind of like be one with myself. And other than that, man, I'm really good at ping pong. I said it before, and I'll keep saying it. I'm good at ping pong.
Okay. Yeah. Another fun question. I know you're in the league, but I got the cleanest floater south of Canada. If we put it one-on-one, what do you think the score would be?
Where are we going to?
11.
Who's getting ball first?
Me.
11-2.
11-2.
Yeah.
If I
I'll
score 2
give you.
points on
You
the
feel
pro,
me? You feel me? I'll give you. You know, you might get one of those little floaters.
Okay.
You might make a little three. So I got you.
And then my last question to wrap it up. Obviously, the journey is still, beginning. 2 years in for you. Just, what are you most excited for to see in your journey to process as you go through this?
Yeah, just to keep getting better, keep building. Kind of similar to when I was at Miami that first year, and then the jump I made my second year. Just kind of doing that now in the NBA, and just keep building off of that.
For Jordan Miller, I'm Azubi Charles. Thank you guys.
Yes, sir. Go Canes.